Hi everyone, happy Monday. Let me just find you. Hope everyone is well. I am a couple of minutes early. No internet connection. Look at this. How annoying is that? Let's turn it off and turn it back on and see whether that works. So, let me know when you're on, not that I can see comments. Hi Marie, I didn't see you for a couple of weeks. Hope everything's okay. Let's wait till this turns on. So, whilst we're waiting for this, I am still a couple of minutes early. I had a craft day last week and I made a few things. So I made this one. Oh, here we go. Look at that. I just needed to turn it off and turn it back on. Come on. Let me get in there. Right, there we are. So I made this one. I put the class details up for August as well. Then I made this one, which is very similar, same but different. Different flowers, different style. I think this one needs bling. I made this one. Hi Jean, how are you? I made this one. These were with the leftover flowers that I coloured in last week's video. I made them all into cards, which I never do. Usually I have a pile sitting there and never do anything with it. And I turn them all into cards. So that was fun. All very similar colours. Hi, Lisa. So that was fun doing that. That was that. And then I attended the scrapbook retreat. The first one that Stamping Up has done. It's called a virtual album retreat. It was 3 days. Each day was 8 hours. So pretty much two hours per layout, because we did 12 double layouts. So I thought I would share because I did all the projects and I finished. So share them. This is, and I didn't change them up too much. There was a lot more talented people than me that were kind of changing them up, going, oh, I don't like their colors for January, because it was obviously designed in America. So they had a few things that, oh, that's very American and stuff like that. But anyway, I just did the pages as intended. So I don't know whether so this is January double layout. I don't know how much we can see in the camera. That's the issue with 12 by 12. So let's focus on one page at a time. There's this January one. So in the kit, because I've had a couple of comments that it was pricey, and it was $450. You didn't get the album, but you got everything. You got the page protectors. You got all the stuff to make the kits. The only thing I had to add was seal. And to be honest, I went through 3.5 seals. But if you used another adhesive like double-sided tape or something else, probably not go through so much. you got all these photo mats. So all these photo mats to go on, plus I got some leftovers. You got 2 stamp sets. So month by month alphabet stamp set. So it's got all the alphabet lower and uppercase with shapes and stuff. So that's got 81 stamps. So it came like that and this. So I need to purchase a clear case to stick that in. So that was the first stamp set. Then the second stamp set, it's got 44 stamps, and this is month by month. And so it's got all the, what do you call them? All the summer, winter, autumn, all the, I'm having a mental blank. All of that, a Celebrate, I really like the font of that. Highlights, Happy, In Review, Life is Sweet, and a lot of other stamps on that. So you've got 120 stamps there with those 2. There were different presenters for each layout, Megan, so there was a bit of mixture for both. So you got those. You got all the seasons. Thank you, Megan. That's what it was. These words, black chipboard. Hi, Christina. So they are on a chipboard layout like this. And so this is quite thick, but they're all printed. So you just had to pop them out. And then all these pieces here, they were on die cut sheets. I think I've already got rid of my rubbish bin. But like, you didn't have to die cut anything. Everything was die cut for you. It was in sheets. You just had to pop them out. You didn't have to cut out pieces or anything. I got a whole pack of these matte bling. So it works out to be $37.50 per pack, per double layout and things. So this is January, and you do a pocket. They also showed you how to cut the memory pockets, the memory protectors, so that then these interactive items can be removed without having to take the whole sheet out. I was too scared to cut my memory protectors, so I've not done that. But I think that's a great idea and something to keep in mind. So, and then this is February's layout. All the strips were cut, Megan. Everything was cut. There was only a couple of additional cuts we had to make. One for February because we were missing a piece of this, and every kit was missing a piece of Flirty Flamingo. So we did a couple of extra cuts to kind of fix that up. And then we had to do a couple of score lines in one of the interactive pieces. And that was it. And the rest was all like even tearing. So you didn't even need your trimmer. And then this is the second page for February. So I know the $450 price tag is a big hurdle for a lot of people. And it was for me as well. But I thought I'll just do this, I'll see what it's like, because when I was on stage, a lot of the close to my heart people were saying, it's amazing, you really need to do it, blah, 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 and things. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it's really good. So when you add it all up, it's 24 hours of tutorials, because it's 12, like each page, they allow 2 hours. Some of them don't take 2 hours, but they allow 2 hours. I was able to keep up with all of them. They're all on Facebook Lives. And then, hi Chrissy, hi Glenda. And then they're going to be moved to YouTube. Because obviously Facebook Lives only last for 30 days now. So they'll be in YouTube as a private event, or like a private link to whoever. As soon as you purchase the kits are still available to purchase, which means if you purchase the kit, you can still get access to the Facebook group and then the videos and still do this. But once the kits are sold out, they're sold out. But this is April. So I actually really enjoyed it. Personally, I think 3 days of full-on crafting is too much. My wrist was killing me by the end of it. But that's because I've got RSI on in my wrist and stuff. But besides that, it was really good. Oh, and so you needed dimensionals as well. So I don't know how many dimensionals I went through. I ended up using foam tape a lot, and like the foam sheets, because there's a big lots of things that get dimension, and there was just, I don't know if anyone's seen the picture from Pam Jorgensen that she just shared on her page, how many I changed this one up a bit because I haven't added the journaling and they had that twine all over everything. But she had like 100 dimensionals on a piece of thing, and I'm like, my wrist by the end of it was getting really, really sore. I did use 3.5 seals, Chrissy. So 3.5 seals, and I reckon a pack, maybe a pack and a half of dimensionals plus foam tape. But I've done 24 pages, so they're 12 double layouts. So this is June. Then, and like these are little pockets and stuff like that. And these have got flip flaps on them so that you can add extra things. So this is where they've cut, like they tell you to cut your memory protector pages so that then you can access the flip flap without having to take the page out. Like I said before, I was too scared to do that, so I've not done that. But it's a great tip, and I might go back and do it and watch the videos and see how they did it. But I just bypassed that altogether. So then that's that page. I did change this one up a bit with July, because this is supposed to say hello July. I added the birthday stamp, which is from Wildflower Birthdays or something, and did happy birthday July because Hunter's birthday's in July. So I figured I would add like with all the fireworks and stuff like that. Again, very American. That I wanted to like do it as a party theme for Hunter's birthday because his birthday's in July. So that's why I changed that up and stuff. And I think I added celebrate there. They had something else, but I put celebrate. And they had like summer here. I don't know whether you can see that here, but I changed that to winter. And then with the Christmas one, they had winter and I changed it to summer, obviously. But other than that, I didn't make too many changes at all. This is the one that Pam just showed on her Facebook page, that she had like 100 dimensionals under this piece here, because this piece here is all popped up. I ended up using foam tape on this because you would have used a whole thing of dimensionals. But yeah, I like this, and Adrian actually really likes this page, so he was happy that these colours were on August for his birthday. I wasn't really thinking that when I was putting the page together, but that's how it was designed, but he really likes the colours on this page, so that's good. But I learned a few tips and tricks and stuff like that as well, and like a lot of these elements we've stamped on to make. So there was a few comments that they didn't realize how much stamping was going to be there, so I don't know, when Close to My Heart have previously done this, whether they've had a lot of stamping in theirs, but there was a lot of stamping involved in this, being stamping up. Now this one I will take out because it's a pretty cool interactive piece, and I have not cut my memory protector, but it's like a explosion box in here. So just little things like that. And that's kind of stuck then on the page. So that's pretty cool. So I'll pop that back in. And then this is the, I'll have to pop that way. I was pretty impressed with myself that I finished. So then this is the other page of September. In some of the pages, they put years on them. So they stamped like 2023 down here because we've got the numbers. I've not put years on any of my pages yet because I don't know what year I'm going to do this, whether it's going to be the same year or whether it's what. This is October. I already had this album that I'd bought from Craft Online, so I've just put everything in. It actually nearly fills the whole album, so it's pretty big. So this is October. And then this page here. And then this is November, and I don't know whether you can tell on this, but with the shading behind here, this is another embossed resist page, because the August one is the same. It's like a starburst, which is embossed resist. So those pages were provided to us. And then this one has got like a leaf image that's embossed resist on both pages. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, so for those that are joining late, you also got in your kit this stamp set and this stamp set. So you got 81 stamps for here, which is the whole alphabet that's in capital and lowercase, plus the numbers, plus some shapes. And then this one has all the seasons in it and lots of the shapes and stuff. And so anything we stamped, like with clouds or the flowers or anything, a lot of these were already pre-die cut pieces for us on a sheet, and we just had to stamp in them and line them up, like the banner and things like that. So there was no die cutting, there was no nothing. All the strips were all cut, but where you do see tearing, so they're 4 sheets of the stamps. And I didn't lose any, even these tiny, I was scared I was going to lose this tiny star and these tiny hearts, because like when you go to clean them off, they come off all the time. And I think the only stamp set that we didn't use were these 2 sequins. I didn't use them. I don't remember seeing them be used. Plus then obviously some of the letters and stuff. But everything else was used. So you've got those. I've just got my clear cases to stick them in. And then these are pockets here. So this comes out and this one comes out here. So that's raised up. And then this is the December spread. So Sarah taught this one, the December one. And things, so where it says holiday is fine, but then over here where it says on Sarah's, she put winter. On here, obviously I changed that to summer because we have summer. We have Christmas in summer and stuff. So there were some obviously very prepared people that had done this retreat that had all their photos printed and worked out what photos they were going to put on each page and things like that. And some of them changed it up and said that this page was going to be for January and this page was going to be for that, and they changed it up completely. I followed the instructions and all my pages are what they should be. I didn't change them around or anything, and I don't have pictures for them because I don't scrapbook that much, and I just wanted to create the pages first and then I'll go back and add items. So I know it seemed like it's a big outlay. So I want to now create a cover page for this and see how I go, and then maybe an end page, because then it's finished so that there's something there. But I actually think after completing this event, I think it's actually really worthwhile, the $450. It is a big outlay, but if you look at the stamps you got, the die cuts, the pages and things, and a couple of people have commented on my page that it is $37.50 per double layout, really, because if you do 450 divide by 12, you get the $37.50. So each month is $37.50. Hi, Renee. So I just thought I'd share with that. There is still kits available in the South Pacific. I don't know about other markets, but there is still kits available. If you want to purchase them, you are able to purchase them, and you'll get access to the Facebook group where the videos are. And then, which means that when they move to YouTube, you'll know what the links are and stuff in there as well. So, oh, and the other thing I wanted to say was that, oh, I forgot. No, it's gone. Anyway, so tonight we're going to do the kit because I haven't got anything else planned, and I didn't want to really create anything because after this weekend doing that and Hunter's birthday party yesterday, I'm a bit shattered. So this is the birthday fancy kit. It's a new one that's been released just in July. So they did put a lot of thought into the class, Megan. Oh, Lost Lagoon. Hopefully I can reach Lost Lagoon because I couldn't even get that out. And then the only other thing you needed was ink pads, obviously, to stamp. And they gave you a list of the ink pads to do. And you got a thing of twine and a thing of the neutral dots that we used. And I've still got neutral dots left over. I just used their pack. And I've got here so I've got probably about half a pack left, not much of the black or the white, but the pecan pie and the vanilla or beige I've got more of left there. So yeah, oops, just dropped some there. So I'm going to be using this kit for that. And let's see what we can make with this. So yeah, after doing it for the weekend, I do think there is value in it. I think, that's what I was saying. I do think 3 days is probably a bit much because it's 3 8-hour days, like they're full on. And if you are working, because in the South Pacific it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If you're working, it's a lot to catch up on as well. But if you're able to get the time off, then happy days. But yeah, it was good. I'm glad I did it. But and I'm actually looking forward to the next one. So how nice are these envelopes with the gold printing on them? So we get 1, 2, 3. So did anyone else do it? 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did I count wrong? No. This is the biggest pack of dimensionals I've ever seen in a kit. Holy dooly, usually you only get like half a sheet. How many am I supposed to have in this? $12 cards. Right, I must have counted wrong. So let's hope we've got 12. Because I'm like, 11 seems a bit odd. That's what happens when I'm trying to do too many things at once. So we have the sentiments. Oh, Chrissy, that's what happens to me sometimes on a Tuesday. Reach my screen time limit. I don't have a screen time limit on Mondays when I do my Facebook Live, otherwise it cuts me out. But every other day I have a limit of 2 hours of screen time, and obviously I had to stop that when I was watching thing, but because I was watching it on my laptop, I didn't cut out actually. But when I'm on my phone, it does. So you get this stamp set. This says, what does this say? Sweetest birthday wishes. Let's eat cake. Happiest birthday. Sending you happy birthday wishes. Time to celebrate for you and wishing you another year as sweet as you. Oh, that's nice. That font's pretty nice in there. So this is what it looks like. I do like the pinks in it. Looks like they're all different cards. Let's see what we can make tonight. So we get some glue dots then too. Oh, these look fancy. Frames. Are we stamping on these? I don't know whether to punch them out or not. I don't know what way they go. They look like they're to be stamped on. Here's our cards. Okay. So it looks like we get 6 of the spotty cards. No, maybe just 4. 4 of the spotty cards. 4 blue ones. And maybe 4 pink ones here, 4 stripy ones. All right, so we've then got some banners. Are we stamping on these banners? Yes, we are. So when I'm stamping, I like to try and keep them in there so they don't move quite so much. Are we stamping on these banners? Doesn't look like it. For the scrapbooking retreat, some of the pages, some of the die cuts were a little small. So it was a bit easier to stamp in the die cut sheet. And others I took out before stamping on them. But it was really nice to have all those pieces die cut. So yeah. All right, that one's done. So, and those of you that are demos and stuff, you obviously get your discount on the scrapbook retreat as well and stuff. Whereas a lot of the new nails, yes, I got pink cow nails because we had the family barn dance at the school on Friday night. So they're all different pink cow nails, and she's hand painted Highland cows on my nails. So a lot of the retreats or demonstrator events and stuff that we do, like on stage, they're not, you don't get your discount on that, and you don't earn, like it doesn't count towards your sales or anything, whereas this event does. So that's a bonus as well. Helps, it will count towards your quarterly minimums. So if you wanted to, it would do your quarterly minimum pretty much in one foul swoop. And then you could craft all month or all quarter doing that. Anyway, so it was a very fun event. I enjoyed it. And this is pretty much doing similar things. Then oh, I could lose these strawberries. These strawberries are quite tiny. So, what did everyone else do on the weekend then? I had Hunter's birthday party. This does appear to be a big kit. I'm not sure last time I did a kit with 12 cards in it. Could you ask questions or just chat? No, you could ask questions if you were doing it live, obviously, just like we are doing now. So the ones that I attended live, you'd put comments in and ask questions and go, they did a lot of people were saying, oh, slow down, you're going too fast. They said they couldn't really adjust the pace too much though, because they're obviously on a time limit, but you could go back, it was recorded. you could pause it, and because it was a Facebook Live, you could pause and then go back to where you're caught up and things like that. So they gave hints and tips of how you could deal with that, but they couldn't really adjust their pace too much because and like when they finished, even in North America where they were, they're not finishing until 10 o'clock at night. So I don't know whether they worked during the day and then did this on top of that, or they just didn't start till late that day. But it was a 6:30 a.m. start here for those on Eastern Standard Time. I know a couple of Perth ladies were doing it, so it was a 4:30 start for them. But then it was finished by 2 o'clock as well, so it wasn't too bad. And I just had the heater going in my craft room and stuff, so it wasn't too bad getting up at 6:30 in the morning. I did struggle on the sad day to get up at 6:30 because we'd had the barn dance on the Friday night, and I was quite sore from standing up and stuff all day Friday, so I didn't start till 7:30 on the Saturday, but that's okay. And I missed the last session on Friday because I was at the school getting ready for the barn dance, putting up decorations and stuff. So, which was so much fun. We had a bucking bull and we had line dancing, and then so the lady teaching the line dancing came up and introduced herself to me afterwards because she goes, "I'm so pleased to meet you. Hunter is such a lovely boy, and he knew all the words to all the songs that she did, and he could sing every single word." And she goes, "I don't know any other 10-year-old boy that knows that much country." And he kept saying, "It's because it's Mum's playlist." And it was pretty much my playlist and things. So she goes, "I have to come up and meet your mum." So she did. She was lovely. So happy birthday. Happiest birthday gets stamped on this piece here. Oh, I need a block. So that was pretty funny. Oh, it just goes to show how much music I listen to with Hunter. Because it's usually in the car. And he doesn't get a choice. It's Mum's playlist. Or the radio. Happiest birthday. I do like that font, although it might be a bit hard to read for some kids. I think this stamp leads itself to kids, but I just don't know how many kids would be able to read that cursive font. Oh, this is why you get so many dimensionals, because they want all these bits popped up. Okay, so we've got tape on the back of this. You get a roll of tear and tape. So today was my first day back at work. So I'm out of scheduled posts on Facebook, so you probably have noticed that already. Just not seeing anything come up. This kit, Marie, is called Birthday Fancy Kit. The number is 166211. But I'm hoping this weekend I'll get a chance to schedule some posts. I was just a tad bit busy this weekend that I didn't get a chance to do that. So we're doing 2 of these, right? Okay, and we need, let's get all the bits. Okay. Where's my take my pick tool? Let's do one bit at a time. This lines up right with the bottom. Oh, but then they've stuck that underneath. But they tell you to do that first. How far down does that go? Right, I've only stuck one load of tape and I haven't quite sealed it there because this is supposed to go underneath it. So there was also, oh, now I need that to come back up. There's also like printed instructions for those that want printed instructions for the scrapbook kit as well. I printed them. I have not read them at all. There's 28 pages of them, but I found enough information and everything I needed in the tutorials. So I didn't need to go back and read the instructions because as we're finding out tonight, I'm not very good at following them very well. I'm much better if somebody tells me what to do. So oh, come on. There we go. Oh, get back under there. There we go. Did I take the backing off that? Yeah, that's stuck there now. Right. Okay, there's those pieces. Now we need this cake. No, not that cake. Not that cake by the look of it. We need this one. I have put up a class for August. So it is the, what am I calling it? I don't know what I'm calling it. But you get a pack of these rub-ons in it. It's for the 18th or something around that day. Okay, I think this is the hardest bit, trying to find these die cuts. Okay, there's that piece. Is it this one? No. This one, but no, that's attached to that. This one. And is that the same as that? Yes. And then I need this other flatter cake. Here. Okay, got my cakes. Oh my God. Now, we want these cherry bowls. So we're going to need 2 of them. And the cup. And that. And the strawberries. Well, that's good that we get those strawberries done on the first card because I feel I'm going to lose them because they're so tiny. Right, we need that and that. And I need this cake and this cake. And I need another cup. Right. Have we got 2 of everything? No, I'm missing strawberries. Missing them. Here. Okay, I think we're done now. It says to cut the dimensionals, of course, because these bits are so freaking tiny. I think this may be one you don't push out into. Yes, I was just thinking the same thing, Kerry, going, with all these little pieces, perhaps I shouldn't have done it until I'm ready to do the card. But anyway, live and learn. You guys can all watch me put this together, and then you'll know for next time going, let's not do that, Vickie. Let's not follow Vickie, because that made it look way too hard. Okay. I have never seen a pack of dimensionals so, like a sheet of dimensionals so big. I wish they would sell them this size. You definitely need them this size if you're doing the virtual album retreat. Oh. All right, we need some scissors so that we can cut some of these. I need to cut this way. Right. So what did everyone else do on the weekend? Oh. I did not enjoy getting up and going to work today, I can tell you. That's because there are so many die cut elements. Yes. But I like this. Sometimes like a bit more involved kit and stuff. Other times I want easy stuff. I don't know that I realised how involved this was until I started. And probably tonight's not the night that I should be doing it. But anyway. So where's my little bit? I filled this up on the weekend. I had dinner at Vickie Creek on Saturday. Nice. It's been years since I've been out to Vickie Creek. Okay, so we're sticking that up about there. This one goes here. I don't know that we'll get all 12 cards made, so we'll see how we go. All right, that's there, yes. Let's stick these ones down. Yes, well, I had my first day back at work today. My brain is a bit dead. Going back to actually thinking. I'm still concerned about what I'm going to wear on Wednesday when I'm in the office, because I wore jeans on Friday night to the bush dance, and that is not comfortable after a couple of hours. So I'm just going to pop them over to the side whilst we dimensional up all these, because they've all got dimension on them, not just tape. So I'll have to work out what I'm going to wear, because leggings have been my best friend. And all my bus routes all changed, so I'll have to work out that on Wednesday too, because I kept thinking beforehand going, I can deal with that afterwards, and now afterwards is here. So I think this might even have to be a little bit smaller with these strawberries. like quarters. Oh God, so tiny. Oh, bless me. Oh. Okay. So we want the cake to be the right way, and the cake is here. There, and then we've got this little apple ball thing. I don't know what that is. Here. But the fruit bowl, is that? Yes. Bowl of cherries is behind that. Up there. And then the cup is over to the side. And then where's the strawberries? The strawberry, oh, to the side over here, okay. All right, that's our first card done. I don't see any bling in this kit. So that's a bit of a shame. I have found the last couple of kits don't have bling in them. Maybe not all of these needed dimension. It's hard to tell between dimensions and glue dots because there's a pack of glue dots here too. But anyway, I've put dimension on all of them. Oh, we don't want that one, do we? No. No, we don't want that. We just need this. I had too many. I've stuck dimension on them already. They're ready for the next one, aren't they? Right, 2 cards then. Done. The first 2 cards. They're lovely. So what is this? Some of them are made different. One. I don't know. I don't know that I was supposed to make 2 the same. Because what's on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think we're supposed to have 12 different cards, but I've just made 2 the same. Anyways, we'll have to skip 1 card. So we should only be making 1 of each card. Oh, Vickie, follow instructions. Let's make a blue one. Because now I'll have to work out what I have and haven't done. This goes on there. And then it's got one of these. And we stamp on here, wishing you something. Wishing you another year as sweet as you. So again, lucky you're all watching me and watch what not to do. Don't make 2 cards at a time because these are all different cards. So that goes on there. This has this one. And then some tiny flower looking things. Or these things here. Okay. And all that's all in one. Done. Right. So, what card is that? Let's follow the instructions. There's no instruction for that card. So they've only given some instructions. Where's the rest? One, two, three. Nope. Okay. They've only given some instructions, not all of them. So let's wing it. I can't find the August class listed on my Facebook. I can see Sip and Stamp. It will be on... It'll probably be under my name, actually, Christina, as an event under me. Because for some reason I don't think I can have it as a event under my business page. Sometimes I go to create it and it won't. It'll go, you're not authorized to create an event. And I'm like, why not? And then other times it will let me create. Depends whether I'm doing it on my phone or my laptop. Really? Okay, so this one's nice and easy then. That could be why there's no instructions, but when you've got people as silly as me, you probably need to have instructions for all the cards. Not assume people have sufficient knowledge. Because no doubt I'm going to end up with leftover bits, or, well, I've already screwed up one card. Oh, thanks, Megan. All right, there's another one. That was nice and easy. Okay, so I've done that one, Let's do one with these lacy things on it. I don't know how I'm supposed to stick this lacy thing down. It's pretty, but I feel... Oh, you know what I did have to use on the scrapbook retreat for all the month titles? Tombow. Because it was the only thing that stuck it down. Now, does that go on there like that? Yes, that does. Looks like that will have to be Tombow again, I think. But is that this big piece? Nope. Looks like it's separate. Nope, it's this one. And this one. And that other one that I already used, I think. Yes. So I don't know. Okay, we might put that one to the side because I've got to rejig that one with one that I stuffed up. Let's stamp these tags. What are these stamped with? Sending birthday wishes. Are they both the same? I don't see the other tag. I think we only use one tag. Well, that could give me something else to use on that other card. I don't actually use Lost Lagoon very much, but in saying that, I like it better than Pool Party. So I might use it. I did use it a bit on the weekend, so that might change my mind. So now we need another blue one. Should make it a pink card, but that goes there. And we've got this tall one here, this small one, and the macaroons. Oh, that looks nice and easy. Let's do that. I do think these are going to need some bling though. I don't know what bling because we've got gold dots. I was going to go my just rhinestone bling, but rhinestones don't really go with the gold dots. Might have to use, what are those other ones? Dewy something? I don't know. Might have to look at those ones. Oh, okay. Well, after the first one being so complicated, these other ones have actually come together quite easily. So maybe it was just the first one that I made it look complicated. That's kind of hanging off in the middle of nowhere, which I don't know that I'm a big fan of. And if I didn't make two at a time, sparkle rhinestones, that's what I call them. Yes. If I wasn't trying to do two at a time, maybe it wouldn't have been so difficult. These macaroons are a bit cute. Right, that's a third card done. Or fourth, technically. Let's make one with pink, because we haven't done a pink base yet. Oh, there's the other tag there. Damn it. I thought we were going to get a free tag. Where did I put that? Over here. Okay. That goes here, that goes there. And where's the sentiment sheet over here? I haven't cleaned off a stamp yet. And this one is stamping sweetest birthday wishes. I don't even think I've got my stamp cleaner out. And we are stamping in here. There. Usually I do all my stamping first, but I have certainly changed it up tonight. There, that can be over, don't lose that. That's the die cut rubbish pile, probably not a good idea to stick that there. Right, so that goes on there that like that. This time we have this big yellow thing and that, oh, that's only one piece. And that's got a cherry on it already. Right, that's it, done. Okay. I didn't think I was going to get all these cards done. Oh, we've got 5 minutes. I got more done than I thought I was going to. I think I'll probably keep going if you are interested in sticking around past the hour. I know some of you will have to get up and work. Well, I have to get up and work tomorrow too, but right. So we'll have to work out how I can fix that card. I'm not going anywhere. That's because you're a night owl, Megan. How many cups of coffee have you had today? You know, Adrian had these massive, massive headaches last week. And I'm like, what have you done? Like, what's going on? He decided last week, of all the weeks, was the week that he was going to, because he's been having, I bought him this massive travel mug to have his coffee in because he spilt. So it's like this big. It's as big as this mug that you gave us, Megan. This is what he's been having his coffee in each morning. And I bought him this so it's got a lid on it and everything. So that, because he spilt it on his desk so many times and over his keyboard, that I think we're on the 3rd keyboard, right? And but in this thing, he's been having 3 teaspoons of coffee. So last week he decided, probably reduce that down. Ended up with massive, massive migraines because he was, caffeine withdrawal. Silly, silly bloke. Anyway, that's his problem, not mine. I don't do caffeine. So I said to him, now he'll have to just make sure that he was having 3 of them a day. So that's like 9 teaspoons of coffee. So I said, now that you've gone through all that withdrawal, you don't want to go back on it. So you have to just watch that you don't start putting in more teaspoons of coffee. Yeah, I don't do coffee, so I don't do caffeine, really. I don't have tea. I don't do Mountain Dew. I don't do Coke. Because Mountain Dew's got more caffeine in it than coffee, than Coke. So I only use half teaspoons in that. 1.5 in that cup. Well, he was having 3. And having like 3 a day. A bit excessive if you ask me. All right, so now we need die cup dimensionals on this. I actually like the size of this sheet, but it's a bit hard to handle because it's so big. And I don't know that it would fit in the case that I keep mine in. If they did come this size. Or only just, it'd be tight fit in there. But I've cut half that off. It probably wouldn't fit if I didn't cut that off. I'd have to think of a new way to store my dimensionals if it came like that. All right, where did that come from? Just flicked off the dimensional sheet. So I cannot believe we're at the 21st of July. Like, the year is flying. It's 110 days until my trip to Disney. Because I got an email from Qantas that they've changed the flights yet again. So annoying, but anyway. That's the only reason. There's another one done. The only reason I know it's 110 days because I had to log in and fix the flights. Okay, so this cake goes on this. Do we have another one of these? Yes. And we're stamping directly on the blue. Here, that stamps for you. Oh, I don't have any more blocks. Where is Jules tonight? She'd be ecstatic. I've got 2 blocks and they're both double mounted. Sarah was double mounting her blocks in the scrapbook retreat, and a lot of the other people are going, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And she goes, "I do it all the time." And I'm like, "So do I." Double mount your blocks because I can't be asked cleaning them. So are you flying direct to LA? Yes, I am flying direct to LA. We've got a night in LA because last time I flew over, they kept changing my flight to Vegas, and they've done it again. So I already booked accommodation to stay in LA for the night so that I didn't have that issue and have to worry about that with a child this time. And then Vegas for a few days for backstage. And the boys are going to do all the touristy things because I did that last time I was there. And then we fly from Vegas to LA on the Thursday. And then in Anaheim for a couple. That's as easy as that one is. Nice. Anaheim for 9 days. And then back to LA for 2 days and then home. All right, that looks like very complicated as well. We haven't used one of these pink things. Yeah, let's use that. This pink thing and that. That's using that again. Is this lemon meringue pie, do you think? I don't know. I do like lemon meringue pie. It looks like lemon tart or something. And this tall thing here. And more macaroons. It's only got 2 macaroons, though, do it? No, it's got these macaroons. And it's got some flower looking thing. You could have gotten a bus from Vegas to Anaheim. It's not that far. Yeah, but it's like 40 minutes on a flight too. Just with luggage and everything else. And what does that say? Time to celebrate. Now I do need another. Will that fit on this block, do you think? Where did I just put those stamp sets? I don't have many stamps left that I haven't used on it. I've lost my set here. Time to celebrate. That's going to be a tight fit on there. And that is back in this one. And on here. I'm struggling to see tonight. Time to celebrate. Is that the one I was doing? It's got this strip on it too. No, that's not the one I was doing. This one here. I'm getting confused because I keep head down looking up and... Right, this is it. And this looks like it's flat. You can tell I've stopped following the instructions because I got confused with the other one. So now I'm just winging it. Winging it from the pictures. And we'll see whether I've got any bits left over. or what. So I'm looking forward to backstage again. There's quite a few people that I met last time going, but there's a few other people that I didn't meet last time that were on my bucket list. So I'm hoping I get to meet some of them. Because I didn't get to see Patty Bennett. I want to see whether I can get a photo with her. I don't know whether she's going this time or not. But I had a big bucket list last time I went of all those big American demos. And either I got Sam Hammond, so Poodles, and so a couple of the European demos. Sam's in the UK. So yeah, I had a whole big bucket list of everyone that I wanted photos with. And I'm hoping that I can get the other ones that I didn't get last time. Time to celebrate. Yeah. Plus you had your bucket list. Yes, I did have your bucket list. There's another one done. Now, on this one, we've got this pink thing with this strip with this. Well, that looks easy. And then, oh, time to celebrate again. That's good. Let's do that one. Right. Put that there, I think. That looks about right. Got adhesive there. Working with Tombow and that craft on the retreat, I did use, where did I put it? My glue eraser, you know, this thing, because man, I got it everywhere. This thing, I had to search it out. Adhesive remover, I think it's called. But holy dooly, did I use it a lot. Because I got Tombow everywhere. I think Stampin' Up used to sell that. I don't think they do it anymore. But you can get them from other craft shops. But it came in really handy over the weekend. This is this way. Another one done. Right, I need to work out what I've got left. I haven't used one of these gold frames. What are they on? I don't see that on any of these. Oh, that's that one there. Right, let's make that one if I've got... Okay, so that goes on here. With that, I've got this big tall piece and that, yes. This other piece, what else have I got? Do I have one of those? Yes, I've got one of those. That's got flowers on it, right, and this just says for you, right? I can make that. Where did I put the for you? Over here. The only thing with double mounting is making sure that you've got it facing the right way when you stamp. Okay, definitely gone over tonight, but you can see how easy this card goes together. These cards go together. Even when you stuff up the instructions like I did. We'll see what pieces we've got left and how we can fix that. And who's to say you need to follow the instructions anyway? You can do your own thing. But sometimes I really like doing the kits so that I can follow oh, I should have moved that over a bit. Anyway, can follow instructions. That should be stamped over a little bit more. So that's not right on the edge there, but so that I don't have to actually come up with anything and think too hard. Because I do have this thought process that instructions should be easy, but I have proved that wrong again tonight. So we've done that one then. So this one has got this frame here. Get rid of those two pieces because we've got another frame piece. And it's used this, which will be good because get rid of that. Sweetest Birthday will fit in here. We haven't used very many of the big ones. Okay, so that goes on there like that. Oh, it's stuck. Oh, is it? No. Oh, yes. No, that's not right. That's what I'm doing though. That's what I'm going to do. Am I? I like that. But then, what if I stick this? This is what happens when you don't follow instructions. Because I don't want to cover too much of those pretty things down there. Do I stick it up there? We'll do that. Stick that up there. Okay. We're going to have to. You're yelling at me on the screen. Only a little bit of Tombow so it doesn't end up everywhere. I'm still probably going to wear it because that's what happens when I use Tombow. But now I'll get my tweezers, which are very sticky after the weekend. Come on. Oh, that was lucky. Did you see that drop? Probably not. This frame is very pretty. Okay, let's put some dimensionals on that while that's drying. Oops. This base is big enough that we can have real dimensionals down here. Everyone's a bit quiet tonight. I've only got 6 people left, that's why, because I've gone over the hour. Everyone toddles off. There certainly is a sweet spot with Facebook Lives. We'll do this big long one. What does that say? Happiest birthday. Oh, you're still here, Kerry. Nice. And Megan's still here because Megan's a night owl. Let's stick that in the middle there. All right, there's another one done. So what have we done so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I've only got one more to do. I should have just counted the leftover card. Pink one. All right, what bits have we got left that I want to use? Pink, pink, pink. Pink. You could put this one on like that. Oh, I used the pink strip, but I used that on the other card. So if I use the blue, that might be too much blue, but let's change it up and use this gold frame then instead of the blue frame. I know, might as well finish it off now that I'm here. Hey, let's do that. This other big piece here. Oh, that looks nice on there. And what does that say on there? Let's eat cake. I think that's the only stamp that's left on the bloody thing. Of course it is. Let's eat, oh God, let's eat cake. That must be an American thing, let's eat cake, because it seems to be on lots of stamp sets. I don't think we say it very much here. Although Hunter doesn't think that it's a birthday unless there's cake. But I don't know that we sit there and go and say, let's eat cake. All right, let's stick that off. So, even though I've stuffed up, I've got quite a few pieces left over. That you could definitely make a couple more cards with. Hunter is correct. See, I'm not the biggest fan of cake. For my birthday, I would like lemon meringue pie or stick date pudding. I don't really like cake. So and you know the thing that I learnt on the weekend, Megan, this might be helpful for you because you use 10,000 dimensionals, is that, you know, if you use them, you don't actually have to take the backs off every single one of them. Because sometimes you just need them for dimension. You don't need them to actually stick. I'm like, I never thought of it like that. But that was interesting when they said that. All right, so I have heaps of pieces left over. I haven't used these glue dots at all. Don't use that block. I don't mind cheesecake. No, you don't have to, Megan, apparently. So I have all these little bits. I've got these bits already have dimensions on them where I screwed up that first thing. I've got this blue strip. I've got this frame. I've got this strip left over. I've got these tags left over. How have I got so much? That's rubbish. So much left over in the kit. I don't know. And that. And then these bits of cake. So I could definitely make another card or two with that. And then so let's put all that to the side because I might do that at another time. And we need to add some bling to these because I just don't think they're right. Americans, what would they know? They always sag in the middle. Well, they don't. Are you talking about these ones, Megan? Or the big, thick ones? I don't think it's those ones. These ones. Oh, come on. Yes, druzy. Druzy, druzy, druzy. These ones. So much so I haven't even used these. But let's rectify that tonight, although it's a different gold. That's all right. We can't be using the silver though. Oh, these are rough dots. Okay, there's one. These have still got gold on them. You can't. We'll be using a few of these. And the other thing I learned, because, you know, we do everything in odd numbers, but sometimes say this is the element piece, so then you only need two dots, because then that's your 3. I've never done that before, and I'm still not doing it now, but I'm like, I've never kind of thought of it like that, going that I always have my dots as the odd piece, not incorporating it as a element piece, if you get what I mean. Sometimes on some of the pages I couldn't do it, I added extra dots. But on other pages it worked okay. What do they know? It was a very informative session actually. It was just, my wrist was killing me after 3 days of crafting. I cannot remember the last time I did so much crafting in such a short time. Man, I'm going through these dots. But we did make 12 cards tonight. I think this might be my favouriteest. And then we have got 2 cards the same because I screwed it up. But that's okay. We've still got leftover pieces. And no one knows. Except for everyone watching on Facebook Live and YouTube when I move it over to YouTube. I did move everything over last week to YouTube. I was a bit behind. So those of you that follow me on YouTube, could you leave a comment? I don't get very many comments on YouTube. I can't even fit this many cards on the screen here. Can we see? I can't remember the last time I made this many cards. These two can be on top of each other because they're the same. And that's, I don't know where that's going to go. There. All right. I went 26 minutes over. Man, that's an hour and a half. That's a long one tonight. But I did talk about the retreat for a while. So thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed the content and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.